Hello everyone, good afternoon. Now let's move from Chitra Sutra to Yoga Sutra, or explore that one element from which everything is manifested, as said by Swami Vivekananda. So one fine morning I was sitting in a meditation session and got lost in few questions. मैं कौन हूँ, कहाँ से आया हूँ, क्यों आया हूँ, कहाँ जाऊँगा? And my wife shouted, तुम एक नंबर के निकम्मे हो, आलसी हो। तुम पता नहीं कौन सी दुनिया से आए हो और मेरी ज़िंदगी ख़राब कर रहे हो, और तुम्हें देर हो रही है, अब ऑफिस जाना है। And I got answer of all my questions. So, jokes apart, friends, around 12 years back, somebody asked me, are you spiritual or religious? And I instantly said, I'm spiritual, though I was not knowing what exactly spirituality meant. Spirituality को हिंदी में अध्यात्म कहते हैं, आत्मा का अध्ययन, study of the soul. And I was really not knowing anything. And what can be the best than our own ancient scriptures? So I picked up Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has got 700 sloks written in Sanskrit. Each slok is in 2 lines in a poetic way. By that time, I learned how to write doha in Hindi. That is also 2 lines in a poetic way. So I thought, to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita, why not I convert entire 700 sloks into 700 doha? It took me 2 years, but my journey did not stop there. I had translated Ashtavakra Gita, Chanakya Niti, Tattvar Sutra, Saman Suttam. And journey still goes on. Today I am going to bring you what we are made of, what are the 28 elements or the raw material in this universe, which is called Tattva. These 28 elements can be divided in 2 categories, that is soul and matter. And this is known with the different names in our scriptures, like Purusha and Prakriti, Atma Anatma, Chetan Jad, Jeev Ajeev, etc. Now, from 28 elements, 27 elements are grouped under Prakriti. Prakriti has got a 3 guna, that is characteristic, that is Sattva, Rajas or Tamas. In science, we know them as electron, proton and neutron. And from these 3 tattva, 5 elements are created. That is called Panchamahabhut, that is air, water, fire, earth and space. And each of these elements, though we know all these 5 elements, but probably you might not be knowing that each element has got a unique characteristic of its own, that is called Tanmatra. So that air has got a touch, water have a taste, earth have a smell, fire have a sight, and space have a sound. Now, as a living being, we have been provided with the 5 senses. Those are called Jnanendriya. That is, we have been given the skin to feel the touch of air, we have got tongue to taste the water, we have a nose to smell the earth, and we have eyes to see the light or the fire, and we have ears to hear the sound of the space. Now, we have been given with one processing box, like in computer, that is called Antahkaran, that has got the 4 components, that is Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. That can be translated as mind, intellect, conscious, and ego. Now, every component has got a different task and role to play. The Mana receives the information about 5 elements through 5 senses and also get the information about our memories and experiences and process it and create our feelings and thoughts. The task of intellect is to store, it's like hard disk, store all the memories and experiences and also gives us decisions for the action. And the task of Chitta is like a modern-day stenographer. It keeps noting down each and every thought or feeling we have, each and every word we speak, and each and every action we take. So you can say all our karmas are written here, but don't ask me in which language. The fourth component is the ahankar. That is aham plus akar. It is also called ego. And the task of ego is to give us an identity. Now, if you ask me, who are you? I may say, I am Hemant Lodha, chartered accountant, 67-year-old, male, boss, subordinate, father, son. All these identity I get from this ahankar. Now, to do the action in this universe, we have been provided with 5 karmendriya, or the action organs. They are voice, hands, legs, genitalia, and rectum. Now, these 27 elements which belongs to Prakriti are just useless for any living being without the 28th element, which is the soul, which Swami Vivekananda talked about. Now, it is difficult to know the soul because its qualities are very different. It is nirgun nirakar, means it does not have a form, shape, size, and weight. So science cannot know it. I will give you 2 ways to know the soul right here, right now. The one way is called neti, means negating what the soul is not. Since the soul is nirgun, so it cannot have the gun like sattva, rajas, and tamas. So it cannot have a 5 senses also, 5 elements also. Here I will quote Bhagavad Gita, Adhyay 2, Slok 23, which says that Nanam Chindanti Sastrani Nanam Dahati Pavaka. It means the soul cannot be dried by air, it cannot be wet by water, it cannot be hurt by any tool, or it cannot be burnt by any fire. So it is not 5 elements also, then it is not 5 tanmatra also, 5 senses also cannot perceive it, and 5 action organs are also no use to it. Now question comes whether our mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, that is also the soul. Then we refer to the Yoga Sutra 2, which says yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha, means stoppage of all mind fluctuations is a yoga, and yoga is union of soul with the Supreme. So the soul can be experienced by soul itself in meditation only. The second method, would you like to experience the soul right now here? If yes, then close your eyes just for 3 seconds. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Okay, now you cannot see anything. Now you're open your eyes. And if I ask you, after the opening the eyes, what you have seen, you will say you saw yourself, you saw person next to you, you saw me, the stage, everything in the hall. But rarely anyone will reply that he has seen the light, which is the source of seeing everything. And similarly, the light within us, which illuminates our 5 senses, and 4 inner organs, or gives the power to the action organs, is that light, that soul. If that gone, we are also gone. So difference between living and dead is the presence or absence of that soul only. Now you'll wonder, what is the benefit of knowing all these 28 elements or tattva? So first benefit is that every knowledge in this universe, every wisdom, every science, physiology, philosophy, psychology originates from these 28 elements only. Second benefit, which I personally got by reading all the scriptures and knowing that I am not these 27 elements, but I am eternal soul, which is Satta, Chitta, Anand, and I lost, though I did not gain prosperity, popularity, or power, but I lost all the fears, including fear of death. I reduced my ego, anger, jealousies, and greed and gained happiness, peace, bliss, and the love. So thank you for listening me, friends, and thank you, TEDxAmbazari, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.